Hi and welcome to another video for pregnancy yoga. This particular sequence is for women in their second or third trimester. We're going to focus today on shoulders. So you can often find a lot of tension during your pregnancy in the shoulder area, generally because our posture will change during pregnancy, and shoulders will tend to come forward and it will cause tightness in the chest, stretched or overstretched muscles at the back or tight muscles at the back. So this sequence is hopefully going to relieve some of that tension, get things moving a little bit, and also just be an opportunity for you to take some time out to move, to tell everybody else in your house to take a break from bothering you, to give you some peace for 10 to 15 minutes, just so you can really drop back into your body and feel how you're breathing today. So we're going to start the sequence sitting, and I'd suggest making sure you've got a blanket to sit on. Other props you'll need later will be some cushions and ideally a yoga bolster. But if you don't have a bolster, you have some other kind of pillow, or maybe a cushion off the sofa that has this similar type shape, then grab that, cushions and blanket. I'm going to start sitting on our blanket, taking a cross-legged position, and just getting yourself nice and settled. You can feel the bum cheeks on the cushion or the blanket. The hands rest wherever they feel most comfortable, and if you would like to, close the eyes. And with the eyes closed, start to notice your breathing, and seeing if you can just notice where in the body it tends to be coming from. See if you can bring the breath into the belly, so there's a little expansion of the belly with an inhale, and a little contraction back on the exhale. Just take a few more breaths here. It's feeling that you have dropped right into the sensations in your body, the sensations the breath is causing in your body. Letting everything settle, and giving yourself permission to just be still. And when you've finished your next exhale, slowly open the eyes if the eyes were closed. Interlace the fingertips and then reach the arms up to the ceiling. Take a big stretch up to the ceiling, big, reaching up nice and tall, and then exhale, big stretch like you're waking up in the morning. Arms go out to the sides, kids. I'm going to take a little neck stretch here. So the right hand's going to lift up to the ceiling, and then just gently take hold of the opposite ear as you draw that ear towards your shoulder. Other hand can be extended, or you can just let it sit on the mat next to you. And just taking a nice stretch to the neck. Again, this stretch shouldn't be vigorous or like a struggle or fighting the pose. It's nice and gentle. And then slowly release, coming all the way back up to center, and then taking it to the other side. So left hand's going to reach up to the ceiling, and then just gently take hold of opposite ear and draw that ear down towards your shoulder. Again, hand can be extended, or maybe the hand can just rest on the floor. And then gently come all the way back up. Nice. And then take a nice big inhale as you interlace the fingertips again. Big stretch up to the ceiling, reaching up tall through the armpits. And then as you exhale, release the fingertips and draw the elbows down in line with your shoulders. So it's like a cactus plant now. Then we're inhaling, reaching the arms all the way back up again. And then exhaling, elbows come back down again. Nice. Just keep this movement going, letting the breath guide the movement as we inhale. And then as we exhale. If you're going slower than me, it's great. You don't have to move at the pace I'm going. You move the arms when your breath tells you to move. We'll make this a final one. Release the hands down by your side. Take a little gentle roll of the shoulders. Now we're going to come down to our all fours position here. So again, use the blanket to support your knees. Place the blanket underneath the knees. And then bring your hands underneath your shoulders, finding that nice all fours position. Slowly working through our cat-cows. Again, being mindful that the cow does not cause a big dip in the lower back. So it's just a small movement. As you inhale, lift the gaze slightly, lift the ribcage up, and then start to draw your baby up towards you. And then really notice that space in between the shoulder blades and breathe into that space. And then coming all the way back through. Doing a couple more rounds of this and just checking in, where are the points in my body that feel like I need to breathe into them, the bits that feel just a little bit tense perhaps. Make this your final round. Come back to neutral. And then take your right leg out to the side. So extend it out beyond your yoga mat. Put the sole of the foot on the ground. And your right hand, so same hand as your leg, is going to open the chest out to the side of your mat. Arm looks to the ceiling. Eye gaze can go to the ceiling if the neck feels okay. Otherwise, just look straight ahead. And then exhale, bring the hand back down. Take a nice big inhale as you reach the arms up. And exhale down. Just starting to get a bit of movement through our upper back into our shoulders. Quite useful if you've been carrying other children during the day, or maybe you've been on your phone a lot, or sitting at a desk, which only further exacerbates that kind of rolling forward of shoulders, and so not really moving much at all. I'm going to take 2 more. Coming all the way back down, bringing that knee back to center, just seeing how that shoulder feels now compared to the other side. Then take the other leg out, and then left hand, left leg, both left leg out, left hand's going to be doing the moving. Inhale as you open your chest out towards the long leg, and then exhale all the way down. Hand just comes back underneath the shoulder. Inhale, reach the arm up. And then exhale down. Using that breath to lift the hands. And then back down. And back down. Let's do 2 more. Inhaling, reaching the arm up. And back down. Final one. And back down. Hand comes underneath the shoulder. Just gently ease that leg and foot back to your all fours position. We're going to come to our puppy pose from here. So I'd recommend either a block or maybe a cushion if you've got one handy. to place under the forehead to give yourself some support. And then puppy pose is the one when our bum stays sticking up in the air a little bit. So our hands are going to come forward. Our forehead rests on a cushion, maybe something a bit firmer like a block. And our chest sinks down slightly and our hands extend. So we've got this nice stretch through our shoulders, but we don't overarch the lower back. So just be aware of that. So just a gentle lifting there, but breathing into the shoulders, into the armpits. And breathing into the sides of the ribs, into the back of the ribs. And one more breath here. Before you very slowly ease your way back up. And from this all fours position, just take a moment to reset. Maybe a little gentle sway of the hips. We're going to come back to straddle our bolster, so you can stay where you are in this all fours position, and then see if you can get your bolster or your improvised bolster, and place that in between the thighs. You can sit back down on the bolster. Now you can do this exercise also just sitting cross-legged, so if the bolster is not your thing, some people don't like sitting on a bolster, then just come back and sit cross-legged. And then take a moment just to release and roll the shoulders a bit. Yep. And then take a nice big inhale from here and reach the arms up to the ceiling. And then exhale as you take your right arm underneath your left arm and then reach the elbows up. You can stay here if you want to. You can bring the elbows down. Breathe into the back of the body a little bit. And then come all the way back up. Unravel the arms, a little bit of a shake. Good. And then I'll just turn around so you can definitely see me. Take a nice big inhale as the arms go all the way up to the ceiling. This time the left arm comes underneath the right arm. And then you lift the elbows up. You can breathe here for a few breaths. And then if you want to, just taking the elbows down slightly so you get a little stretch sensation in the area in between the shoulder blades. And then slowly come up and release. Good. Just take a moment to notice how that feels. Now a little wiggle of shoulders. And then place the hands. Actually, just place the hands on your thighs. Just take a moment to let the body settle back down. And we're going to come to our final exercise, which is lying down. So for this variation, with this exercise, we want to lie on our side, but let's set ourselves up first. So we want to create some kind of pillow. I would say maybe a cushion, maybe a couple of blankets. I'm going to come down to lie on our side, just briefly. So lying down, whatever side you want to start on. Your bottom leg is going to extend out below you. Top leg, take it and place it on that bolster or a pillow or nice firm cushion. Now make sure you've got some space behind you. So I've got a bit of a wall here, so I might hit it, but make sure you've got all space behind you. Bring both hands out in front of you into a prayer position. And then as you inhale, reach the arm up to the ceiling. And then as you exhale, take the hand behind you. Inhale, bring the arm all the way back up, back down again. We'll do a couple more. Take a nice big inhale. And then bring the arm back behind you. Doesn't have to go to the floor if it doesn't feel comfortable, can stay. Come all the way back up. I'm going to do another 4. Breathing in. And back. Eye gaze can move with the hand if it feels comfortable. Maybe just look to the ceiling rather than all the way around. Your choice. And just observing where there's areas that move quite well, and then where there's areas that feel a little bit clunky or sticky or tight. And we're going to make this the final one. Take a nice big inhale, reach the arm up to the ceiling, and then take it all the way behind you. Come back to center. And then exhale the hand all the way down. Good. Take a moment to settle. And we're going to very slowly come back up to stand, or not to stand, to sit rather. So take the leg off the bolster. Use your hands to press yourself back up. Nice and steady. Okay. And we're going to take it to the other side. So, no rush. Take your time. Set up your base. Nice. Not too big cushion, maybe a blanket over the top. And we've got opposite leg now on top. So we've got our bottom leg extended beneath us. Our top leg is bent. And then the bent leg just rests on that pillow. Hands come out to prayer. And then you take a nice big inhale as the arm goes up. And exhale as it comes behind you. Inhale, bring the arm all the way up. And all the way back down. Good. And do this a couple more times. Take a nice big inhale. And back up. So this one I don't do that often in class, mainly because if the class is busy, it's a bit tricky to negotiate for space sometimes. So make sure that you aren't right up against the wall and that you've got space to reach the arm up and over. So making use of the fact that you've got all that space at home to stretch. And again, you don't need to push into any areas that feel twingy or painful, but maybe just observe where it feels easier and then where it feels maybe a little tighter or stickier. Let's take 2 more. And then just rest for a moment. Skip. Then very slowly take the bolster away. Use your hands to help you press back up. Nice and easy. No rush. When you come up, we're going to end in a seated position. So we come back to that cross-legged position. Bring a blanket underneath you. Find a nice settled and still seat. Let the hands relax on your thighs or your knees. And then just notice maybe a little roll of the shoulders, maybe a little bit of an explore around the neck. Just see, does it feel a little bit more spacious? Does it feel a little bit more mobile? And then close the eyes, drop the chin. Take a nice big inhale through the nose and a soft sigh out through the mouth. And your practice is over. Thank you very much.